Hey everyone, February 7th, 2026. This is technically my 2 months, a little over 2 months progress update. Started late November, like November 27th? Yeah, November 27th. So it's a little over 2 months. A lot of progress, I'm gonna be honest. Most of the upgrades in terms of this tree from the last update segment is pretty much done. Implemented a new strategy pattern for my upgrades following this hierarchy. Well, I mean, this side isn't done, but the bulk of it is over here on the left side with the player upgrades and resource upgrades. Those are all done. All the upgrades are applying to the player. We have upgrades applying to the resources, so the resource generation over time, the player can reduce the timer for that, so it'll start at like 30 seconds. Over time, it'll reduce down to 5 seconds. Of course, there's times in between, and the amount of resources they can get on kill over here is also an upgrade that's been implemented, as well as the resource storage capacity is an upgrade as well. We have a bunch of upgrades for the player to max health, stamina, speed, damage. All of them has been implemented by now, so I'm happy about that, following the pattern, which there's a lot of classes, which I know that's a downside of strategy, but I'm happy with how it's implemented. Everything follows one function, and honestly, this seems like a lot, but I really shouldn't feel like a lot, especially when I get a job with these huge code bases I'll probably be dealing with. This is probably nothing, but I don't know. Let me know if this is good or bad. So this is one of the concrete classes. Max health, as in player upgrades right here, from the player upgrade progression and the base upgrades. So this is just saying the base upgrade. This means there will be multiple tiers, multiple upgrades levels. This one's only purchase once and it's done. And we get to max health, has an apply function, and then it gets, this is what the apply looks like, and just updates the health, and the player actually plays the game. So I'll go ahead, click on it, and then there's things that need to be done. So of course it's false right now, but I'll go through the upgrade. Can upgrade first, check if it's all able to upgrade, blah blah blah, and consume the resources, and here is our apply function. And this works the same for all of our upgrades, which is super nice. So there isn't any sort of logic or thinking that the manager has to do. It just says, hey, we know that there's all of these checks have been done. We've consumed the resources needed for this upgrade. Go ahead and apply the upgrade, whatever upgrade it is. So I didn't full screen this. So the player, these are just cubes. I haven't implemented any assets yet. That'll be later. I'll go ahead and interact with the hub. I have to upgrade the hub first, so let's go level 1. And let's go to player, level 1, max health, boom, 225. And we can do that again. So this will go to 250, boom. And these are all the times, so let's go sprint speed, the run around. Let's go ahead that, and a little bit faster. I think the values I put for this is 10% per level, so maximum of 140. Goes up to level 4. Max stamina, it just increases how much stamina the little blue bar you have. But yeah, the next big one would be to implement the weapon unlocks, which will be a single upgrade. I'll have to think about how I want to go about that, because I want to follow similar design of what I have for the player, kind of taking inspiration from combat arms here, this kind of menu. But what I want to have happen is, right now I have a button for the upgrades, but what will happen is after it's upgraded, what happens next, because these buttons are only for upgrade buttons. I'll have to have some sort of flag. I know this is resources, this is just a template. Imagine it's weapons and they're all the guns here. But say, so it's unlocked, but now the game needs to know it's unlocked, and this should not say purchase, it should say equip if it's not equipped. So that's something I have to consider while I'm doing it. Up next for me, actually won't be too much work in engine. This gun's pretty much been on all of the segments, and I didn't really explain where it was, so I'll be working on making all of the guns I want to do, and I also have to plan out what kind of guns I want to add somewhere. I have an idea. I want to do like maybe 2 pistols, maybe an SMG, 2 SMGs, go up to like 2 assault rifles, maybe add in some special wonder weapon types of things. And there's a good tutorial series on YouTube that I watched to create the assault rifle here, the Honey Badger. And shout out Infima Games for that series. Shout out Tasty Tony. These are the models that the tutorial series uses. They got some pretty good ones, some pretty fun ones. There's the Honey Badger. You got a deagle, a minigun. That should be fun. Bunch of other ones too. I think they got some like random ones there too, you know, like a silicone gun. So we'll see what I can cook up here. Progress so far, yeah, I just have this pistol. It is fully rigged, set up with bones and all that. For example, the slide, you're able to shoot it. Trigger is able to, there we go, magazine. That's how it looks. Pretty nice. So the goal is for the next little while, I don't know how long it's going to be because there's going to be multiple guns and maybe this will be all of February, maybe even going into March. I'll have to figure out how many guns I want to have. I was hoping around 10 guns maybe. If I can do that, that would be awesome. But I'm also very much a beginner to Blender and all of this. So if I can get to the point where I can get this all done in a month, maybe a little bit more, that'd be pretty good. See where it goes. I'll hopefully have clips of the process of me animating all of this. Just seeing how far I can progress. And it'll be good to look back on it once I've finished this project, seeing how I've come from nothing, absolutely nothing, just an idea, to a fully shipped game that I can hopefully be proud of. So that'll be fun. And post about it. Yeah, progress is going to keep going. It's going to be slow and steady, but we'll get there one day. That's all for now.